Today's topic is heavy. 1 year ago, the Hong Kong police force entered our campus, Chinese University of Hong Kong. We were having a major demonstration against police brutality and, at the time, the extradition laws. It was tense. Tear gas on our campus, shots were fired, stuff were burned. I'm sure records are somewhere on the internet. They were real. A year ago, I filmed my experience getting out of school, getting out of our campus as an international student. And at that time, I didn't have the ability to put the footage together in an acceptable presentation. You shouldn't be able to find it on my channel. Yeah. And I still don't. But I have to keep trying. At the very least, we can have some records left for future people to watch. And it was memory from a year ago. A lot of stuff happened this year. I'm sure you are aware of COVID. So I'm sure I will get more than some details wrong. This video is not a factual video. This is a record of my feelings 1 year later and me telling the camera what I could have done differently back then. Perhaps you can find some inspiration. And if you don't like the outcome of what I did, you now know what you shouldn't be doing in that sort of situation. And I'm just gonna be honest, I don't really like what I did. And I did a lot of stuff wrong, and well, if I were put back in the same situation, stuff would happen differently. And I know, like, it's something unprecedented, so there's stuff that you can only act upon, or you can only come back and say, I could have done differently. Because at that time, in that sort of situation, everything is so uncertain that you just don't know what you're supposed to do and you just have to go with whatever limited knowledge you have about the situation around you. So let me just share the situation. Now, okay, I actually wrote the first part. Now it's just me freestyling as always, so expect the quality. Okay, so November 11th was the day the police force came into our campus. Well, they were at the gates of our campus. So, from what I remember, from what I know, we were trying to have a demonstration where, our campus is somewhere like right next to a very large road. So, we're trying to like throw stuff there and just block the road so we can like paralyze Hong Kong's economy, or like their people's like stuff. When people go to work, and if we block them, they cannot go to work, and we can like sort of slow down and have everyone demonstrating. I'm not gonna say if it's right or wrong. Stuff happens, and at that time, police were on that bridge. We called it CUHK, I think, bridge number 2. I still don't know where bridge number 1 or bridge number 3 is, but bridge number 2. So students were holding it because, from what I know, it's supposed to be that campus is some sort of independent entity and police were not supposed to go in without a permit. And at that time, well, I don't know if it's at that time or like now or like not, but I'm pretty sure, well, people are pretty sure that bridge number 2 is campus property, and so police are not supposed to come in. So we were trying to hold them back, basically. We, as in like the demonstrators. When I woke up that day, it was around noon, and stuff were already happening. I was like, okay, so when I woke up, I thought nothing is like really serious until I checked my phone, and my phone was telling me like, holy crap, stuff were happening. Like police are right in front of, like right outside of our campus, like they're coming in. And we're holding them for like supposedly 5 or 6 hours now. And I'm like, okay, stuff is not normal. Okay, I don't like the term normal, but I cannot find a better term right now. So after that, I was trying to grasp the situation. So at that time, I have Telegram installed on my phone as like up to date live streaming of events happening in Hong Kong. And at that live streaming events on Hong Kong, it's all CUHK. It's all my school. And it's all like 300 to 400 meters away from me. And I'm like on like half of like on the hills, like on top of the hill. So I can like see bridge number two, see that bridge and see police cars like just parked right there. And we see students like little tiny dots, like little ant sized dots. They're down there. And like stuff is um it is what is the term? I cannot find a term. I know it's a simple word. It is stressful or it is urgent. It is some sort of emergency, in my opinion, at that time. Because you don't know when the police would just come in and raid the whole school and like arrest everyone. It is a possibility. Now that we look back, nothing really happened, but at that time it is a possibility. And you know me, if you know me, then you know that I'm the kind of person that thinks a lot and thinks ahead of a lot of people. So after me ruling out all sorts of like possibilities, then I concluded that anything from nothing happening to everything could happen is possible. So I have to take like this extreme caution. I'm pretty sure everybody is taking extreme caution at that time. So there are people that just try their best to stop the police from coming in our campus, and there are people that are trying their best to support their efforts to support the people that are trying to hold the police. So we have like this whole line of humans, students that are trying to give stuff. I have limited English vocabulary. Uh, you already know my disclaimers. Videos are like it's just me trying to express what happened. And so, me personally, I'm relatively safe in my position, and at that time, I wasn't in a position to go down and engage because one, I'm Taiwanese, I'm not from Hong Kong, and if I'm caught, the stakes were higher, you could say, because Taiwan, Hong Kong, mainland China, political stuff. If we Taiwanese get caught, I still think it should be more uh stressful, or like it will be more complicated as opposed to say Hong Konger getting caught by their government. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but that's what I think. And I'm not going to test my luck on it at that time. I still probably won't, but at that time I wasn't trying to try my luck on that stuff. So I wasn't in a position to help. But what I could help is in my dorm, I have people that I know that are also Taiwanese that are also like close to me, and like close as in we're all living in the same building. So and also have friends around campus and I know them, so I did my best to, I guess, try reach out and provide as much information as I know, because personally I look a lot on Telegram, so I know more than the average people. Well, not the average people. Like if you know, like I've been watching the news. I have been watching the news, and I know people that are not. So I'm trying to provide information to other people. So at that time, I provided information and I tried cooking meals, because at that time the best stuff I can think of is that the situation I can think of is this campus is basically getting into the state of being ruined, because we have tear gas like everywhere, and they said the water source is polluted. They said stuff is gonna escalate even more severe. So we, or like the Taiwanese community, or I suppose the international student community, or like just the CUHK student bodies, collectively thinking that okay, this semester is screwed. So we're thinking about leaving. We were thinking about leaving campus to go back to our homes, because stuff is getting really not safe. And at that time I thought, well, if we're gonna leave, then we should do our best. I can do my best to help people get outside of campus, because I'm the older people. I'm one of the older guys here, so I should do my best to support younger people. That's what older people do, in my opinion. So I followed that, and I tried cooking meals, because at that time I know the best course of action I can take is be the one that is calm. Because when people are panicking, if you're calm, you can basically help people not panic and try to spread positivity among this madness, and try to just be the one that is calm and to comfort people. And at that time, getting together, have a meal, and basically having your stomach full is loads different. It's like way different from you not knowing where you can get food, and possibly water is polluted and all that. So at least I can get food. At least I can get people, well, full. At least I can fill. At least I can fill people's stomachs. So I cooked several meals, and I even tried to game with some of my Taiwanese friends, because, like I said, playing, getting your mind off of what is happening is, in my opinion, the best course of action I could take at that time. Because I cannot go, if I cannot go down and solve the problem, then I might as well try my best to get other people to not think about that their life is fucked. You know? So that's what I did. And like a couple days later, you know, November 11th, like that was 1 year and 1 day before today. And November 12th is the day the police push forward, and it doesn't matter whether bridge number 2 is school campus area or not, because they were on our track and field place. They were like way inside, so they were definitely on campus. So stuff got escalated even higher, and we have even more students participating, and we were like tearing apart our campus to try to stop police. And fun little story, people were trying to drive uh school bus to like as roadblocks, and they ended up getting so good at driving a school bus, they ended up not using it as a roadblock, but instead as like just transporting people. So we have student run school bus. uh Side story, I'm not gonna say if it's right or wrong. Like I said, I'm not gonna judge on people's actions. The only thing I would want to judge, or the only thing I would want to express, is that people are people are exerting the best they could be doing. Like they want to help. People want to help. I want to help. Everybody wants to help. So if there's anything that we can take out of this, is gratitude that students still care about our campus, students still want to help as much as they can. And really, I'm thankful for everyone that are participating in any sort of activities, like trying to comfort people, they're trying to hold people off, and they're trying to contribute. And I just don't want to spread any sort of negativities. And I know on my social media right now, my friends, we're sharing like this 1 year after videos, and or records, photos. We have a lot of those. And I know people like some people want people to get angry, but I think people are angry enough. Like if you're there on campus and you see police like doing all sort of stuff, yes, you are angry. You are already angry. I'm still pissed off. Like what? Like It's just absurd, right? You just go there to Hong Kong, just trying to get a decent education, a whole English environment and internationalization, and there you see, well, basically Chinese, like Hong Kong government, like just or issue orders that just basically ended up in our school being half ruined. So like, of course you're angry. So if there's anything, like if there's anyone that's trying to spread those sort of image, it's not to me. It's not spreading to me. I'm already angry. And I'm pretty sure everybody, like the closer people that are around me, we're all angry about this whole police brutality and like social economical stuff that is going on. So I've seen, I don't know if I should say this, but I've seen enough. I've seen enough hatred against, no, no. It's hard to put this into words. Like, we don't like stuff. But if there's one thing that I personally want to share, I personally want to spread, it's not negativity, because we've seen enough. And I want to highlight, or if I can, I really want to show appreciation to everyone that has contributed to the society, because whatever we do, we are contributing, we are the society. And whatever, despite whatever I may try to claim, I am Taiwanese student studying in Hong Kong. Whatever I do, whatever people view me, I am still part of the community, and I'm still part of the society. And we may play different rules, but what I want to play as myself is that I just want to appreciate everybody's effort in helping each other out. And if possible, I want to spread this ideology. I want to share this view where you just want to go out and support each other. Especially now, 1 year later, we especially now 1 year later, we have this pandemic going on and everyone is locked down in their dorm room or home, like everywhere. We're scattered around the world. Everybody's staying in their home. Cannot get together. Well, in Taiwan we could, but Taiwan is weird. So looking back, this sort of police brutality and police getting into our campus event, it basically served me personally as a tutorial or like a training session for what is up next, which is pandemic and all sort of like horrible stuff. You already know that. So I don't know if I should be saying this, but I'm kind of thankful of all the events that happened a year ago. I know you might be judging me right now, but hear me out. Without this sort of demonstration, without police actually getting on campus, CUHK students wouldn't be as close to CUHK community. They would not have this consciousness of knowing that they are a part of the community, the student community of the Chinese University of Hong Kong. They wouldn't have that sort of humanity that they know they belong to Chinese U. And for the first couple years of my university studies, I actually weren't really happy staying in Hong Kong because everybody is so competitive and business driven and try to market themselves as their brand and all sort of business competitions that are run by business students, and they're all so businessman oriented. I see not that much of a human to human connection. My perspective. You may not agree, but that's what I saw. But it's only after this whole series of events that I get to see more human in Hong Kong students, in Hong Kongers, in people in Hong Kong. Well, it's university. I'm an international student. I don't get to know that many, like non-student people. So I say students. So it was really a impactful 50 something hours of my life that really changed my perspective on Chinese U and the student body. Because I see people helping each other out. I see people organizing efforts to gather resources. I see people making their efforts to making every bit of their effort to try to reach out and connect with the loved ones. No, I mean no, not loved ones. I'm single, but like they're the people that care, like their friend group. Okay, that's just their friend group. I really see people try to help each other out. I'm running out of words, but I hope I hope you can get what I mean. Just they're so kind to each other, and they were trying to share resource among everyone, whether I speak Cantonese or not, because there's a long running thing that Hong Kongers generally don't like people that speak Mandarin. And as a Taiwanese, I speak Mandarin, even though they love even though they love Taiwanese students, but if they don't know I'm Taiwanese, they still hate me. Um, but at that time, they don't care. They just want to help each other out. And even when you only speak English, like I know people that only speak English. I know Japanese student, and I know one Japanese student there that are really active in those social economic in those social demonstration, and they're really welcoming everybody's help. And I just feel this source of warmth that comes out of events that pushed us together. And I don't know, I just cannot express enough how I appreciate people getting together. And I'm not gonna say I want it again. I want the feeling again, but I don't want the event again. I hope that when we get back to campus, I think I cannot go back to campus anymore before like I think I cannot have this sort of campus life before I graduate anymore. But there are people younger than me that have experienced this eventful this sort of events. So I hope if there's something that we can take a year from now, 2 years from now, is that we can go out and connect with more people and be more inclusive in the Chinese university community and be more conscious that we are Hong Kong students. My ethnicity, my race is Taiwan. Well, my race is Taiwan, Hokkien, and Shandong, and Japanese, but my ethnicity is Taiwan. But because I am studying in Hong Kong, I am a Hong Kong student. And I hope we can save this feeling and like just remember how we felt in those in those events 1 year ago and just take this feeling, keep it in our mind, and keep in mind that we are one community. We are CUHK students. And I don't know. There might be better ways that I can express this, but I'm I'm horrible making I'm horrible at writing stuff. I'm horrible at literature stuff. I'm horrible with words. You know that. So if someone can help me get this message, package it in a better way, please do. Well, my plea won't really get seen by many people, but well, if you're watching this, if you've watched until this 24-minute mark, thank you. And well, thank you for enduring my long speech, long rant. I'm just gonna call it rant. It is a rant, right? I'm pretty sure it's a rant. So like, just keep it in mind that wherever you are, you have a community. You have a community around you, either whether it's your family, whether it's your school, whether it's your workplace. I've never been to work, but I'm sure I know workplace or your neighbors or online, and there must be people that you can form a community with. If you don't have a community, make one. Go say hi and like, or wait for people to say hi to you, or I don't know, say hi to each other. Hi. There must be a community where you can contribute yourself to. And during this pandemic, or during this whole everybody's locked down at home, to me, it's really not different because either police brutality make our school have to go online, or non-police brutality, my school is still online. So it really doesn't matter with me. Pandemic is really not that impactful to me, to be honest. Not as impactful as police brutality or police stuff. So that out of the way, there must be community. Connect with them and just try to support each other. And if you could, just reach out to people, or at least don't ignore other people. And if you could, I don't know, spread the word, spread the love. We need more positivity. Yeah, we really need more positivity. And I don't know. I don't know how to end this. There's never an end. I'll probably have to make a video tomorrow saying that what happened, like this eventful stuff. Like I haven't even touched how I get out of school, because that may be some sort of stuff you may be interested. I may be interested. Like future me. I'm talking to future me. I'm talking to YouTube. Uh, yeah. Mm, that's it. That's it for me for today. I don't know. Uh, right. I should stop. Bye.